go over the injury updates. So, a lot of players last year obviously were injured, so we have to really go ahead and go over all the updates and where we're at there. The big one was kind of a surprise to some people there, and that is that um, Malik Nabers is still battling a toe injury from last year. It's a lingering issue he's had there. Um, Brian Daboll on that injury said Malik will be out here today, but he won't be participating. We'll be mindful of his toe that he's had. Nothing serious, but we're being smart with him in terms of the rehab part of it. So that's where we're at. Uh, so he said, our doctors or trainers, if you will, have a plan to kind of move him along, and he's been doing a good job with that. He's had it for a while back in college too, so just trying to be smart. So, I don't think it's anything to worry about, but I think it's something to kind of keep an eye out there. Dable did mention that he didn't have any kind of off-season, surgery on the toe or any procedures of any kind there. So, it's just been a lingering issue he's had. And let's be honest, the Giants don't want him injured. Of all the people to be injured, Malik Nabers would be a very bad injury to have there. Obviously a very, very, very big, important part of the offense there. Um, Andrew Thomas also will not be practicing for now. He said there'll be a few guys here Andrew will be smart with and keep rehabbing him. There's a couple of guys that are sick, have a stomach bug that won't be out there. Anthony Johnson, he's another guy. He had a shoulder, but we have a good attendance. Darius Alexander is one person that I did hear also had that stomach bug he talked about there as well. So, like I said, a couple guys that are dealing with some stuff there, but nothing too crazy there. That's at least it sounds like. Free agent Paulson Adebo, who of course broke his leg last year, there was with the Saints, was said to be taking it slow also during drills. John Runyon is Dable said, in terms of the procedures, I'd say I'm not going to get into who had what, who didn't have what. Runyon will be out here today. He'll doing individuals. He'll do some of the install stuff. He's been rehabbing. He's doing a nice job with that. So he basically kind of said, yeah, confirmed like he did have an off-season procedure. John Runyon obviously got hurt last year. And with that, of course, was missing the first games of his entire career. Um, but again, that seems to be the Giant way. We seem to get people and they get injured, but hopefully healthy this year. Dexter Lawrence, not much was said about it there, but he did say he was coming along. So, a few big names there, like definitely with the injuries still kind of lingering from last year there. But again, they're going to be smart about it, especially with veteran players. Like, if it's somebody new that just signed up with the club and is still learning the offense and all, it's one thing. But, especially a guy like Andrew Thomas, you don't take risks. You don't want to go ahead and take that risk that somebody's going to go ahead and get injured and be out for the season when it actually matters, as opposed to not being there for practices that for offensive line especially don't matter much. Let's be very frank about that part. There is no contact whatsoever. It's just walk through your assignments on their part there and when you're on 11-11. And then, for the receivers and the corners and the quarterbacks, it's much more important for timing purposes there.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army. and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you.